Hello all, we are the Olmsteads. My name is Nathan and my wife Denise, and we've got 6 children, and we live in Utica, New York, and we do enjoy it in the city of Utica. It has its ups and downs, but we're here because God called us to minister to ethnicities of people in this setting. So Denise and I and family were involved and work with the Latino or Hispanic community in northern New York for numbers of years. And during the process of that, we learned about, in particular, the Bosnian population in the city of Utica, and we're completely unaware of that in this city there were numbers of refugee populations that we just simply had not heard of and didn't know anything about that. But I can distinctly remember in about 2014, 2015, after hearing news about these populations, that a group of 4 or 5 men, a gentleman from the Hispanic church that we were working with at the time as well, visited Utica and just tried to locate where people were at, what the needs were and are, and what the issue was, or what we could find that would have been a type of vacuum as to what the needs were. And so in doing that a time or two, what we quickly realized is that it was way more extensive than what we originally thought, and it seemed like God was pretty quickly giving a green light to the possibility of us as a family looking to move to Utica, to just simply plant ourselves down in a community in some location in Utica to incarnate Jesus in that community. And so we really felt like God did give the official green light. House opened up, which is where we're sitting right now, in a community in exactly the same region that we walked and prayed through 2 years before. And so in 2017, April 1st, 2017, as a family, we moved to Utica, to this location, and for the last 6 years almost, we've been working with the people in this community. Upon moving to Utica, there was a process of time to trying to understand what exactly God was calling us to do. So we knew we were called to incarnate Jesus in the community, and that seemed like the kind of the bedrock of what we wanted to do on a daily level: live out Jesus, understand what it meant to live normal life as a family, but yet that be a light to shine. And over a process of time and some different developments, what we kind of settled on was that in the spirit of disciple making and discipleship, because of the broad spectrum of groups and populations within Utica, being roughly 40 some odd languages and people groups, that was daunting to think about. And so it seemed like what God was clearly revealing was that if we could capitalize on reaching a person or people from a specific group or ethnicity and disciple them to effectively carry that torch back into their community, the long term of that would be far greater impact than us trying to disseminate ourselves among all these different populations of people. So that's primarily the vision that we run with, is to capitalize on a person or more from a given population of people to equip them to go back into their community, being Jesus to their community. So the way that's playing out for us as a family on a weekly level, and this is evolving and forever changing, is that Sunday mornings we do have a group church service in a setting down the road a couple of blocks, and that's an apartment complex where God opened the door through a gentleman to connect to that location, which has connected us to other people within that apartment complex. And now we're meeting in the community center of that building on Sunday mornings and Friday mornings. We're meeting in an apartment in that building for Bible study and church services that we're inviting people to. Throughout the week, Tuesday nights, we do a discovery Bible study with a small group here at our house. And then there's normally another night of the week that we're meeting with 2 couples, another gentleman that came to faith in Jesus and his wife and another couple that we're doing a Bible study with as well. And besides that, we have a young man named Hassan from the Somali community that's living in our home. And so there's always active discipleship happening with that. And we're excited to see how God might use him to carry the torch of the gospel back into the Somali community. So that's what's happening on a weekly level. And I would ask you today that are listening, participating, how has God equipped you to reach into whatever vacuum is around you, where the needs are the greatest? If perhaps God is revealing to you that a move could be in your future, and God may want to call you to uproot and to go to a different location, you're welcome to Utica. The doors are always wide open. The percentage of Christianity is very low. And the more Christians we feel that we know and can work within the community, the greater percentage of meeting people and connecting with the needs of people who don't know the gospel is that much further along because of more percentages of Christianity. So we want to invite you to be involved, and we also want you to come join us in Utica.